Hello, my beloveds. Hello, hello. I believe I'm live on Facebook. I hope I am. And it is 11 o'clock. So today we are in for another 11 minutes or 22 minutes, depending on if there are any questions. And I want to talk about reality today and also clarity, because this is my reality right now. I don't have internet in my room, in my apartment, in my hotel. So I needed to come down here into the lobby because internet is here while they work on restoring it upstairs for me. And that really brought me into reality. So when something changes, but no, let's talk about this in a little while. Let's just get centered first, because I said I will always start the session with 1 to 2 minute centering and breathing. So come into a comfortable position. If you join me, then do this with me. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and allow your shoulders to drop, allow your mind to become open, as clear as the sky. Take another deep breath in. Exhale with a big sigh. And one last breath in. And exhale. And this time smile. Just smile, an inner smile. And then keep your eyes closed and check in with your body. Check in with how your body feels, your shoulders, your neck, the surface that you sit on. Just the physical sensations in your body. Wonderful. And then check in with your mind and clear any thoughts out of your mind. What are your emotions? Just notice, just an awareness, no judgment, no judgment. Good. And then open your eyes. All right, so we can start. If you have a piece of paper, you can write down for the next 10 or 15 seconds anything that you became aware of. While I just give you not an excuse, but if you hear some unexpected noises, because I am in the lobby somewhere here. There's nobody here, but I hear noise behind me, and so there may be some little disturbances. So we just let that go. I have to let that go because it is the reality of where I am right now. And talking about reality, what is your reality? Because reality is not necessarily real, as strange as that may sound. For example, you probably have heard that before. If there was an accident and there were 10 people who saw it, the reality is an accident happened. But the reality for those 10 people, what they actually noticed, what they saw, they will not have seen the same thing. They will not have experienced the same thing. So their reality of how they witnessed this accident, which was a fact, is you have probably 10 different versions. So that's what I mean when I say reality is not real. Your reality is real because you make it real. If you believe something and hold that belief, that's your reality. Somebody else believes something different. That's their reality. And why do I speak about this now? Even though I wanted to speak about fear, and I think I move this back to tomorrow, because there is something that is very important going on right now. Because of the coronavirus and of the media and the constant 24 hours broadcast about all of these different opinions on political opinions and opinions of medical people, of the states, governors, and the mayors of different cities. It's all of that comes into you. If you are sitting in front of your TV and allow this to come into your physical reality, then it becomes your reality. You're taking it in. You may have some opinions about it, but you are bombarded and you are saturated with the reality of their reality, not yours. It cannot be yours until you make it yours. And this is so important to understand, that whatever happens around you is a reality that is somebody else's or something else's reality that has been created, and it's not yours. And if you truly understand that, then you also understand the power of choice. For example, another quick example that just happened to me this morning. So I want to get ready for this broadcast. And what was happening is I don't have an internet. All of a sudden, the internet is gone. So what do? The reality could have been I cancel it, and somebody just walked in, so I have to deal with that. But that's not my reality. My reality is my commitment to have this broadcast live with you every day for 33 days, starting at 11 o'clock. And wherever I am, however I have to do this, I will do this, because I have made that my commitment and attached the reality to that. So that means that sometimes you have to get creative. But your commitment supports a reality that you want to have in your life. And I want to talk about, since we only have a couple of minutes, I want to talk about your dreams. Now, because of what happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the social distancing, they may be not being able to work at your workplace, being home. And for those who are independent workers, maybe they have their kids around now, maybe they have homeschooling on top of trying to create or continue their business. Now, what do you really do with your dream? Do you keep it a reality, or do you say, well, that's too bad, things have changed now, I can't really hold on to that. It's probably not going to happen, and I have to put it in the back burner or let it go. That's a choice, but that's not the choice I want you to have. I want you to choose to actually double down on your dream and become creative and say, what can I do? What can I add that maybe because of the situation, I have a little more time to now focus on something that will strengthen or that will make my dream even stronger or more ready as soon as things change. Because anything can be canceled, as we have experienced now. Restaurants and businesses and all kinds of things can be canceled. What cannot be canceled unless you cancel it is your dream. So I want you, as an exercise today, I want you to take some time and think about it and write down your dream one more time and strengthen it by declaring it and taking a stand for it and being committed to it. because this is the only way that it will come to pass. And yes, it is easy to say, well, things have changed, so now we need to just let that go. No, you don't. And become very clear that you can make a different choice. Do not let your dream go, but become creative and see what it is that you can add to it. For example, if you are a speaker and now you cannot go in front of a crowd and speak, you will find possibilities to do this online, but you can also practice your skill. You can also write the stories that you want to insert and want to make your speech bring some vulnerability and some light and some energy and some love and personality into it. So use the time constructively. That brings your dream to light. Not sitting in front of the TV for hours and hours and just be hypnotized by the news. And the only news almost worldwide right now is the coronavirus. So how much do you need to know about it? Is it really important to know what's going on in Italy and in China now and in many other countries in the world? No, it is not important. And if you want to spend half an hour on that, then do that, or an hour, but not hours and hours and repeating and just, it takes your strength away. It takes your power away. It takes your choice away. It distracts you. It takes you into a field of fear and anxiety. And let me tell you, fear and anxiety, and we talk more about this tomorrow, fear and anxiety lowers your immune system. It clouds your mind. Anxiety clouds your mind, so you cannot think clearly. You cannot receive inspiration. You are contracted, because that's what anxiety and fear and confusion and overwhelm, that's what it does. It contracts you. And when you're contracted, then you are closed, right? So nothing wonderful and new can come in. You have to open yourself up, but not open yourself to receive more of the bad news. No, open yourself up by going within and open your channel from your soul, from your heart, from your mind, from your whole being. Open it up to receive inspiration, to receive joy. And yes, move that body of yours. And if you cannot go outside, then move it inside. There are all ways and all kinds of opportunities to stay healthy, to be healthy, to even become healthier than you were before. It takes an awareness, it takes taking a stand, and it takes a commitment. And please turn the TV off most of the day. Of course, we need to know what's going on in the world, but we don't need to listen to it over and over again for hours and hours. So I believe that this time has come for us to not only go more within, but also to make a new commitment to ourselves, to discover a deeper level of our being, to bond at a deeper level with our family. Sometimes it can be challenging, and maybe there are still some things that have not been resolved. And when everybody is in fear and in anxiety, then anger can come up easily. So try to find, not try, just make a choice that maybe you come together as a family, or if it's just the two of us, for certain times during the day to open up, to share, maybe to tell stories, to be together in a positive way, to discover something new. And when I say turn the TV off, I also include turn your portable devices off. This is a time to go within. As I mentioned it in our first episode, I believe that God, the divine, had enough of the disharmony and the disrespect and the ungodly way we really we really treat each other. So maybe the divine presence of God has decided that this is the time. Of course, he did not, or she, or the divine did not put us into that virus. We did this ourselves. But it is an opportunity, almost like we have been all sent to our rooms, right? Like when we were kids, you are sent to your room when you misbehaved or you have done harm to something, to think things over, to stay in your room until you have resolved it, more clarity, and come with a positive attitude and something that comes positive out of the having been separated and the inner stillness and loneliness. So God has done this to all of us. So all of us have the opportunity to rethink and hopefully come out in a better way. It's a choice. Choice is what differentiates ourselves from all other creatures on this planet. We can make conscious choices. So let us make choices that come from our deepest wisdom, from the love of our heart, from an awareness that we are one body. And my goodness, didn't the corona, hasn't that been right now and continues to be a sign, a singular sign of how connected we all are. There are no borders where this virus has stopped or could stop. There are no restrictions in age or in race or in what you believe or what you don't believe. We are all the same in our origin. In our original self is beautiful. It's divine. It has the capacity to love and embrace everything without judgment. It has that capacity because that's our true essence. It is love. It is light. It is the essence of the divine planted within us. So again, here comes, do you want that to be your reality, that knowledge that you are love, that you are light, that you are connected to everything and everybody? It's a choice. I would love for you to choose that and make that your reality. Only you can do that. I cannot tell you that should be your reality. You have to make it your reality. And to get there is to become still, to go within. Meditate, pray, but be open and know that the original, deepest, truest part of you is the divine God within you. You are a seed of this. You are made in the image of the divine. Your creativity is such that you have all of those attributes. So what are you doing with your God-given gifts? What are you doing with your ability to create and to create your reality? And then when you have that reality, others may be attracted to that and may come to you. So I know I only wanted to speak for 11 minutes and then open it up for Q&A for another 20 minutes because to make it all 20 minutes from 11 to 11:20 or 22 at the most. But I cannot see anything that comes in way of questions. But when I go to the replay, hopefully I will see some questions on some comments and I will answer them. If not in the chat, then tomorrow on the next live stream, which will be in exactly not 24 hours, less 24 hours, less 21 minutes at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, AM, tomorrow morning. Choose. Create your reality in something that supports you. Don't take the reality of anybody else, but come into your own beautiful, powerful, divine reality and live from that and be a stand for that. Make it your reality. It's 11:22 and that's my cue to say goodbye to you. Have a beautiful day and we connect again tomorrow. Bye.